Let's go. Let's go. Go here. All right. I'd like to thank everybody for taking the time out their night and joining me. This is Real Bread Life. I am Jay Rome. This is number 88. Keeping it in the sports theme. You see my background. Got the stadiums up behind me. And with that being said, got a big game tonight. So we're looking forward to game 3. Hopefully they pull it out. You know, if they don't, so be it. Not going to lose any sleep over it. Not going to be heartbroken. Just to be honest, they don't pay me. I'm not getting anything from it except for watching them win. With that being said, this is Real Bread Life. Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Everything is Real Bread Life in the Real Bread League. If you're watching on YouTube, we appreciate you. Thank you for checking in. Thank you for subscribing. And if you're watching on Instagram, we appreciate you as well. Thank you for following. Thank you for being a part of the community. If you're watching on Facebook, we really appreciate you because I do not work my Facebook that well. I'm trying to get better. I'm in the process of figuring out some help in that area. And I also want to say thank you to everybody that I've been working with over the last couple months from all platforms. Thank you for reaching out. I know we have a decent community as far as the interaction goes, and I really appreciate you guys. And thank you for showing the appreciation to me. And hopefully I can continue to deliver some value to your business and to your everyday way of life and whatever you're doing. So with that being said, I'll get into a couple things that I wanted to talk about. One of the main things I wanted to talk about today was the process of ordering. And the reason why I wanted to talk about it is because it's come up a couple times this week in conversations I've had with people that I've been working with. And the subject of ordering is the main subject, one of the main subjects when you talk about the bread delivery business. And I have to be clear, we don't do bread. We don't just put up bread. We don't just put bread on the shelf. We deliver bread and we perform a service and we operate a business. And if you're not treating it as such, you're not going to make the money. You're not going to get the return that you expect, and you're not going to win. If you want to win, you have to treat it as a business. Again, we're sticking with the sports themes, your favorite baseball team, basketball team, hockey team, tennis player, golf, golfer. I don't care what sport it is. It's a business. NASCAR is a business. It's a sport. It is a business. So they want to win. Treat your business as a business and you will win. On what level you'll win is up to you. How you win is determined by how you work within that business. And the level of effort, consistency, and drive you put into it is going to determine your output or return, right? So everybody has a level they wish to achieve. I want to be rich. Well, before you can be rich, you have to learn how to be rich. And the way you learn how to be rich is figuring out how to be the best version of you. It doesn't happen overnight. No one wakes up and is just rich. Whatever happened to someone to help them achieve a level of wealth and success in their life, they became that person first. You have to become the person in order to do the thing that's going to get you what you want to have. It's called be, do, and have. You have to be the person who knows how and learns how to do the thing, and then you can have whatever you desire. But first, you have to be the person. You don't just wake up one day the person. Yes, people wake up gifted. People wake up with talent. People wake up with a level of skill. but they have to work on that talent. They have to work on that skill. They have to work on that gift, or you squander it away. You waste it. Same applies to this business or any other business you're in. I say this all the time and I'm sticking by it. Once you figure out and learn the formula to success, you can apply it to anything. Once you learn and figure out the formula to success, you can apply it to anything. So it's up to you. That's what the main thing is right now. Figure out how to be the best version of you. Start with being disciplined and ordering your bread products the right way. If you need help, we're here for you. If you think you got it understood and figured out, then so be it. I'm not shouting from the mountaintop and trying to get everyone to hear me. I'm just giving you some information. If it doesn't apply to you and you can't use it and you don't need it, please don't take it. But for anyone and everyone else, we're here for you. With that being said, the conversations I had with the people I was talking to was about this. They were bringing in product every day into the stores that they service on all levels. So I'm just going to use some names and some products and just stick with me here. So let's just say that someone has a store and they bring in honey wheat bread, butter bread, grain bread, sourdough bread, Italian bread to this one store. And Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, they're bringing 20 pieces or 2 trays of each to the store. There's no need to bring 2 trays of each of those breads to a store every day if it's not selling on that level. So what happens is you're going to be overstocked. You're not going to be able to service the store properly because you can't sell any of the bread fast enough to put the other bread up. So what I always say is figure out the best days for you to deliver your bread in those different areas and what bread's selling and what bread is not selling. If you're not in your orders every day, looking at them, making adjustments as needed and necessary, you're going to fail. You're not going to make money. You're going to just be putting bread on the shelf. You're not going to be building a business. You're not going to be showing a real profit or return on your bread. So just figure out your ordering pattern and your ordering habits, and that's going to be the key to start. Start with the ordering. I always say start with the ordering. Me and my partner had a conversation this morning because of my stale level was at a certain level and it was a little low. And our conversation was that might be a cause for concern in some areas for management, because to see low levels of stale in certain areas may mean that you're missing sales, may mean you don't have enough bread on the shelves. They might come in and expect to see empty shelves, but maybe they might see enough bread on the shelves, but not the bread spilling off of the shelf and not a whole lot of backstock. I'm not saying I always get it right. I'm just saying sometimes I don't get it wrong. Let's just say it like that. Sometimes I don't get it wrong. And there have been plenty of times I've gotten it wrong. And I say it all the time when I'm on here. I started out and definitely was in my sales center the last of a 36 routes. I was definitely number 36 in freshness and in growth for a long time. It took years to climb from the 30s to the 20s to the teens and to the single digits. And I'm in those numbers still. And I fall out of them in different areas, whether it be the freshness or the growth at times, but I'm going to stay around the single digits. And sometimes I get back into the doubles in the 19 and the 20, but it's okay. That happens. All routes, no matter who it is, you're going to have some stale. You're going to bring bread back. And I had a question from someone I was speaking with earlier when we were doing a video chat. And the question was, is it bad to be bringing back stale? He said he hears me talk about that, to bring back stale. No, What I've been told is if you're not bringing back any bread, you're not putting enough bread out. You have to find that in between place where you're not bringing back too much and you're bringing back too little. That's where you got that nice mid-range game, right? A lot of people say, man, I don't shoot jumper. I'll just make a layup. Some people, everyone's not Steph Curry. They're going to be able to shoot threes all the time. You have to find that little KD, that mid-range game, you know, that little 12-footer, that 15-footer. That's fine. Okay. Go with my boy Judge. He hits bombs, hits a lot of home runs. There's nothing wrong with hitting the ball 3 or 4 out of 6 times if it's just a base hit. Those work as well. Everything doesn't have to be a home run. But what you can't do and be proud of is striking out all the time. Now, as much as Judge hits home runs, he does strike out sometimes, but he walks a lot as well. So you have to find your in between. Where is your not too much and not too little? You figure out where your right in the middle is, and then you'll be okay. Doesn't happen overnight, and it takes time. And the more products and more stops you have, the longer it's going to take for you to figure that out. How you service that box store is not how you service mom and pop. How you service the gas station is not how you service the convalescent home or whatever it may be. Everything is different. And what I find is in every major city, every town, every part of the country, there are strips where you have a Wegmans, a Publix, a Walmart, a BJ's, a Costco, all next to each other. What I want to say is people have to stop with the, I can't sell because this is here. This doesn't sell because that is there. There is enough room for everyone. You don't see Burger King arguing with McDonald's, Chick-fil-A arguing with Kentucky Fried Chicken, Kentucky Fried Chicken mad at Popeyes. You have to figure out how to be the best you in your store so that you can compete. You don't always have to beat everyone. Just be the best version of you in your store so you compete. If you figure out how to compete, there's days you'll win, days you'll come in second place, days you'll come in third place, but compete. If you consistently learn to compete, you'll be fine. That's the biggest thing to do. Be consistent and stay at the front. You don't want to fall behind. Don't have the I don't care days, because what happens is when you don't care, you find ways to not care more. And the more you don't care, the more it shows in your store shelves. So just figure out your level of consistency. Start with your ordering and then start with your showing up. And the way you show up is going to always help with the way your bread looks, and the way your bread looks is going to help with your sales. And that's how it goes. That's how it goes. There's nothing else about it. It ain't no philosophical answer and some magical way of saying it. Just plain old, be the best you to get the best out of you. And then you'll get the best return on what you've invested your money in. And even if it's not your money that's invested, whoever you're working for or you're working with deserves for you to be the best at what you're doing to get that return. So I just wanted to touch on that issue right there. And again, sticking with the sports theme, this is week 4 of us falling into following the sports theme. And actually, this is week 5. I'm sorry, because this will be week 5 in the football season. And we started on that Thursday, week 1. And I hope your teams are doing good. And just remember, your number one team is your family, you, the people around you, the people you do it for, the people around you that support you, those you wake up for and are waiting for you when you come home, and the reason why you're doing what you're doing. And whatever you're doing, if you're not delivering bread, if you're pumping gas, you're sweeping floors, you're making food, you're cutting hair, you're doing lashes, you're doing nails, whatever you're doing, your team, your favorite team, the team you like the most should be the people around you that support you. That's your team. Everything else is secondary. Yes, I'm wearing my Hokie shirt. I'm a fan. Virginia Tech, where Michael Vick went to school. I also like Norfolk State. I also root for the Yankees. I root for the Eagles. I root for the Yukon Huskies. Those are the teams I like, but I like none of them, support any of them, or have love for any of them more than my own team, which is my family and those around me. Nobody from the Huskies, Norfolk State, the Virginia Tech Hokies, the New York Yankees, or the Philadelphia Eagles are going to be at my funeral. None of them. When I was in the hospital before, none of them showed up. Tragedy strikes. If I'm crying, none of them show up. Why would I cry for them? That's not how it works. So my heart doesn't ache when my team that I like to watch the most doesn't win. Not one bit. I've learned to wash it from my system. Am I not happy about it? Yeah. Am I disappointed enough that my world is shaken up? Absolutely not. No. I had to save my mental bandwidth for the things that really matter. So that's what it is. And if I came on here and you were hoping to hear about bread and I'm giving you this other stuff, I apologize. So let me get the people in the room. I'm sorry about that, people. Here you go. What's going on? I see you. Dosey Dope. Jay Moore, what's going on, good brother? The problem with Flowers Baking Company is that they think each route is a franchise. It's not a franchise. Absolutely not. There's a level of independence that needs to be recognized for all independent operators that own their bread routes. And when they start losing that thought process, they lose you. What if it was me and that was brought to me, whichever management person approached me in that way, I have to correct them. Hold on, slow down, my man. Whoa, and just break it down for them. The thing that hurts the most when you correct people is when you eloquently correct them. You could yell, scream, cuss, and flip out. Nah, it hurts them more when you hit them with factual, correct, informational dialogue that they don't want to swallow, because sometimes people speak to us like we don't speak English as well or comprehend it. So you got to hit them with that. Ordering is what takes the longest to figure out. Every year has its own identity. There's so many ebbs and flows. Absolutely, Jay Moore. I agree with you, my brother. So many different, and it's never the same. It's not cookie cutter at all. It's not. I really appreciate you saying that, because some people think it is that. Hey, every September, this is how I order. Every October, this is how I order. That's not how it works. Not one bit. Will, what's going on? Always go the extra mile. It's never crowded. You're right. You know what's so funny? And I heard this somewhere before. You know why it's not crowded at the top where people are doing good and people are succeeding? Because a lot of people don't want to be here because it's so hard that they give up. So that's why everyone is down below at the bottom, because they gave up. They got excuses and reasons why it's not working, reasons why it won't work. And that's too hard and that's too much. Somebody had contacted me and asked me to help them, right? They needed some help with some things in their business, whatever the case was. So I took the time out. I and put some things together because they were following me and communicating with me. This was about a year and a half ago. And, you know, we had a couple back and forths on a couple of the platforms, social platforms, whatever the case. And I put something together and gave it to them and said, you know, do this, this, and this. This would help. I see here you did that, and this is why, and maybe X, Y, Z. A few things, you know, and it was probably 6 or 7 clickable pages to go through in a document. They emailed me back and said, yeah, I can't do all these things. It's a lot. I don't think it's worth it to do all of that. No problem is all I put. Thank you for taking the time to check it out. And I'm not upset or hurt. I sound old when I say this, but the lead him to the water, can't make him drink thing. I gave him the plate. He chose not to eat. I made the plate for him. He chose not to eat. Now that's someone who's starving and says, I'm hungry. This is what I have here. Nah, I don't eat that. I'm good. I don't know what he wanted, but obviously what I gave him, he didn't want. So there's nothing I can do. My point with that is sometimes we got to do what we don't want to do to get where we want to be. And I'm not talking illegal things or anything off brand. I'm just saying it's hard. It's not easy, because if it was, everyone would be there. Everyone would be doing it. There'd be nobody starving, struggling, or hurting to succeed in the world. But because it's difficult, there's always going to be room for you to grow. So do what you got to do. Thanks. Appreciate that, Will. Nothing wrong with going the extra mile. Nothing wrong with getting it done. Give me 1 second. I have to check the Facebook. Give me a second. All right. So all right. So yeah, so that was my thing about ordering. And the other thing I wanted to say was, and I talked about this a little bit last week about the seasonal changes. We're moving into fall, and me myself pushing more of the products that I used to didn't really push in the season all the time. But it's wild this year. I find them moving. The pumpkin spice things. It's just funny that, because I personally don't eat pumpkin flavored anything, but there are a large number of people that do. They really do. Bagels, English muffins. I see the Entenmann's pushing the donuts, the little donut munchkin holes. Yeah, it's a big deal, man. It's a very big deal. And when we talk about the ordering, like I was saying, it's good to see what moves. Don't just discredit something because you don't like it. And that's why I gave you that information. I'm not a pumpkin spice person at all, but there are lots of pumpkin spice eaters out there. I've never seen so many of my bagels and English muffins sell like that. And I don't bring a lot out, but they've been selling. So kudos to the people in that area that have been eating them. So good for them. So I have a couple other things I'm gonna be working on. I have to get to. I appreciate you guys taking the time out and rocking with me right here for this 25 minutes. We got more stuff on the way. Again, I haven't been on social media that heavy because there's so many other things that we're doing behind the scenes to better service you. And again, it's a very tedious process, but it's coming together. And again, I appreciate the patience, and also I appreciate the engagement and still the communication from people on the emails and in the chats. Excuse me. Oh, I'm glad I said that. On the website, the Real Bread League, Real Bread Life website, there is where you can put your email in and log in and join the community. I want to apologize so much because I am really, really, really still figuring out, and I have not hired an assistant, a virtual assistant. If someone knows one, send me a message, have them get in touch with me because I may need one, a new one, because the young one I had, they stopped working with me and they were handling those things. And I found out now that's the reason why I haven't been getting a lot of communications on the platform, and some of the redirects were off and they were being directed somewhere else. So that's something I'm in the process of cleaning up. And again, your best course of action is to message me directly right here to this email. I'll let it go on the screen. That would be the best way to get in touch with me. And that way you won't miss anything. Also, if you're watching on a phone and you have another phone, or if you're watching on a computer or a TV, you can scan that barcode right there. I'll leave it on the screen for a little while, and that will bring you right to the site as well. And from there, you could hit any of the links to get in touch with us, and we'll get back to you. All right. So I hope that helps. And I hope that the information, you got something out of it today. I appreciate the engagement. I appreciate everyone taking the time out of their night to join us. Building your business takes time. Doesn't happen overnight. I just want that to be clear. I want everybody to understand that nothing happens overnight. They said Rome wasn't built in a day. I don't want to get into how they built it because we already know it took a lot of time and a lot of man hours. All right. So take your time. Take your time. Consistency is what you need. Take your time. If you want to join the Facebook group, go right here and you can join the group. If you need to get any information, again, join the Facebook group. And I want to say this so people understand. The Facebook group is for everyone in the group. We're almost at 100 people. May not be a big deal to others, but to me it is, because that means almost 100 people took the time out to join. Okay. And we appreciate each and every one. We really do. We appreciate each and every one. Use that platform to share, engage, ask each other questions, and share your information, share your wins, and we'll celebrate with you. We'll clap for you. We'll clap with you. All right. So with that being said, I am Jay Rome. This is Real Bread Life. You can catch us everywhere on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. TikTok is Real Bread League. TikTok is Real Bread League. Everywhere else, Real Bread Life and Real Bread League. Real Bread Life on YouTube, Real Bread League on the website, and Real Bread League on TikTok. Facebook is RBL Winner and is also a Real Bread Life. All right. So I hope this helps. That's all I got for now. Stay blessed. Keep stacking.